All right, so I expect to see another keeper coming out from Neutron. I know he favors it, and it worked last game, so I don't expect him to change. The main difference is, are we going to see him go for this creep? And we see him sending a Wisp up there already. I've actually seen on Netties some higher level players, they go for the green creep at the bottom instead of the orange creep, and I'm kind of surprised by that. I don't understand. There's really no risk in trying to get that Ogre Magi and get that big consumable item right from the start. So I'm not really sure why people go for green instead of the orange.
Maybe because, like, I mean, look at SyDe, open fast altar, so you're probably already thinking about.
So even with fast altar, the idea is you're as a night elf, you're going to scout this, see that it's fast altar, and then what you do is when you're creeping this, instead of going for all 3 ogres, you can get 2 of the ogres before the Death Knight can even get in range for a coil. So the idea is you take 2 of the ogres, reroute your AOW, back up, kind of zone out the DK, put damage on them, and then later on in the game, once you have 5 or 6 archers, maybe even your second can go back. But still, getting that, like for example, if you get greater mana potion from that ogre, you get level 3 keeper. Sometimes you're just able to push with a greater mana potion and level 3 keeper before undead has access to dispel, and you can just win the game. Or even if you don't win the game, you can do so much damage to that undead that it makes it really hard for him to recover.
Yeah. Who, in your opinion, is the best player historically from USA on Warcraft 3 of all time?
Of all time.
Are under attack.
Well, since when did you follow and play Warcraft 3?
Probably like one of the first big names that came out was like Noknarf. You remember Noknarf?
That's one of the first big names for you?
Yeah. Like
okay,
Noknarf and Sonky, Holy Human.
Okay, you didn't play from the very get-go then.
No. I started...
Because for me, Noknarf was pretty late. Before that, like the first one was probably Wizard.
Yeah,
then you had Short Rounds, Heather.
Yeah, I knew Short Round, but that was before.
Players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, Noknarf was really good actually.
Yeah, he was strong. He was kind of weird though. He kind of...
Are you cutting off sometimes?
Oh, sorry about that. I leaned back in my...
No, maybe like, I don't know if it's internet related.
Uh-oh. I hope it's not. If I do start cutting out a lot, I'll just drop off. Just let me know.
Yeah, all good.
Oh my gosh! Look at this! The one time that Neutron decides not to items.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, if you're a keeper of the Grove and you get +3 intel and greater mana potion, you're grinning ear to ear. And you're just saying, okay, time to go win this game. But with a Demon Hunter, I could actually see selling this greater mana potion.
A player's forces are under attack.
Nice job denying the skeleton and putting some damage on that, on the Demon Hunter. Those poison doing some damage. Oh, and one poison click on that arch feels bad.
Yeah, I really hate that. Especially those like poisonous creeps. They always like do one shot on every single unit that you have, so they poison everything.
Especially really with like footmen and archers, it just feels bad because it's a big percentage.
Oh, I need to swap names in the scoreboard. Totally missed that. There we go.
His forces are under attack.
Yeah, these items, I'm surprised he's even keeping those right now in Neutron here. I would sell the greater mana for sure, but maybe he has bigger plans for it. Nope, he doesn't.
Did he sell it?
Yeah, he sold everything.
That doesn't surprise me. The only thing you can see is that's usually means he's going to go for something like a Panda second that needs a lot of mana. But if he sells it, that usually means he's probably just going to go Demon Hunter. And while this is happening, we do see that early expand timing. So the idea is you build that expand kind of right after you start, or even right before you start your tier 2 tech. It's kind of like that tier 1.5 expand. You throw this tree up. Usually you do this with a keeper. It's a little bit greedy to do it. Because what you're susceptible to as a Night Elf player when you do something like this is that tier 3 50 food push. And one thing I'm kind of interested to see is since we do see a Demon Hunter on the side of the Night Elf, if we see a Naga pickup, Naga is kind of the natural counter to the Demon Hunter, especially with the Unholy Aura. So I'll be interested to see if we see a Naga third possibly, I kind of doubt it, because usually when you see Naga, you'll see Naga second and then Lich third. And the fact that we see a Lich already being produced inside space kind of means he'll probably go for a different hero at tier 3. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We do see 4 ghouls on wood, which is 1 more than normal. And then he does start this fiend production.
And Demon's gonna stuff out for now.
Under attack.
Yeah, Penance of Energy is really nice. Like, whatever second hero he gets here, it's gonna benefit a lot from that. Damn, Ancient of, like, whatever, tree creeping is like really good.
Yeah, tree creeping is super strong. It's the one thing that Night Elves can do well. Everything else about the race is weak.
Get out of here.
No, I'm not even kidding. Elf is so bad right
I
now.
hope you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not kidding. Elf is
Player's
terrible.
forces
Elf is
are
in
under
such a
attack.
bad
Excuse
spot.
me?
Elf is terrible right
How
now.
dare you?
And it's so bad. Alright, we do see the Naga pick up from... and we see the Lich DK with Fiend creeping the orange camp. And all he's going to be... SyDe is about 70, almost 80% to tier 3, with his first statue being produced as well. And
I wonder
Neutron
what he's gonna aim for. We have a... Wait, double Ancient of Wind for Neutron.
Well, so he's going to go air with... it kind of doesn't surprise me. One of the reasons it doesn't surprise me is Neutron hasn't played that much. And when Neutron was playing a lot, he kind of came back and he was playing a lot. The main strategy was this mass air strategy. It's not to say that it's not viable anymore, but a lot of undeads got really good at playing against this mass air strategy.
And it gets scouted immediately, by the way.
Nicely done. Nicely done by SyDe. And Neutron is staying on tier 2, so the idea from the Night Elf player is he's going to produce enough hippos to mount all of these archers. So I expect to see about 6 hippos produced, maybe 7, and then from there you see mass fairy dragons. And Neutron is going to try to stay at that 50 food mark for as long as he can, and then as soon as he feels that the undead is going to push into his expand, he's going to break into that 60-65 food and attempt to defend. So that's kind of what that's usually what ends up happening in this matchup. We'll see if that actually is what ends up happening. Oh, bad luck for SyDe. Statue gets trapped by the
Oh yeah, that's really bad.
tree.
Lich got mana burn instantly. Already down to not enough mana to go for Nova there. Death Knight's gonna have a lot of mana removed. He does have the greater mana, to be honest, so he could force the TP here.
Player's forces are
And he's
under
gonna
And
go
he
for
is.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and there he goes. And Neutron actually tried to dodge the side tried to do like the animation cancel. I'm not even sure if he did the animation cancel, but Neutron did pop the invul pot. He was trying to dodge the coil, but the coil didn't actually.
I think he was trying to coil.
Oh, okay.
Do you keep the Talisman of Evasion on the Naga, you think?
No,
A player's forces are under attack.
no, I would sell that in a heartbeat. Yeah, the only way you would keep that is if you went like Panda or Alchemist. You might want to put it on a Panda or Alchemist. On a
Yeah, I
Naga,
just think like
it's-
the Naga is not supposed to be getting attacked for the most part.
Yeah, for me, that talisman is an instant sell if you go DH Naga. I'm actually really surprised that he's keeping it.
What do you think about Orb of Corruption?
Oh, it's super. It's one of the best things in the elf arsenal. It's really strong.
Undead.
Oh, Orb of Corruption. Oh, I thought you said Orb of Venom. Orb of Corruption is still stupidly overpowered. I think all of the orbs are. I think all of the orbs are stupidly overpowered, with the exception of human. The human orb, I think it's like. I like the change, and it feels good now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's overpowered. I think all 3 of the other races' orbs are really overpowered.
Yeah, it feels like it was found somewhere in like a recycling depot or something.
Yeah. All right, so here comes that 50 food push, and Neutron is doing kind of exactly what I said earlier, is he waited at 50 food, and then as soon as this push starts... Oh, and he did go Naga third, by the way. Nice job, SyDe. So,
And he's got the double staff, by the way, so even if Demon gets nuked, he's gonna staff it out back home, heal it up, and then bring it back into the fight. He's got 2 Noels to work with. That's good enough, I think.
and SyDe is going to try to kind of web these units down, back them up, focus this DH. And he's just going to try and take as little damage as possible while putting as much damage as possible on that DH. So web those units back up, web those units back up. He's gonna, from Neutron's side, he's gonna burning that DK, making sure there's no mana, focusing the Lich when he can, picking off the units that get left behind. And the idea is you want to disengage from this fight as soon as it's possible. But because of web, it's kind of not possible. So we see the DH did get staffed back, and now he's going to staff the teleportation back into the fight with full mana, full life. He ran to the shop to buy an HP pot, and Neutron isn't going to disengage. I'm kind of surprised he's not going to back up.
A big mana burn on the statue, but he's still got so much mana anyway.
Yeah. Okay, there he goes. Now he disengages. So the way this game is going right now is very, very standard. Being able to hold that first push as Night Elf feels good. That's kind of a win for Night Elf. But the reason that he was able to hold it off is SyDe was investing in an expansion during that push, which is also being scouted by Neutron. So you see Neutron's Wisp on top. Neutron knows exactly what's happening. When this happens as a Night Elf player, usually what you're trying that economy. So I'm kind of surprised that Neutron is taking this fight. The undead base is pretty susceptible to these air attacks, but he's taking this fight. I'm really, really surprised Neutron is taking this fight. I don't think he's going to kill anything here. This is a bad decision for Neutron.
Maybe that's why he kept Talisman of Evasion. There we go.
Look
Evade that!
Look at all the misses. Oh, no. That was a terrible decision from Neutron. So, as I was saying earlier, you don't want to take that fight. He should have just continued running to his base. The idea is you try and kill these 3 ghouls, then you start focusing down these acolytes. You do as much economic damage as you can with that air, and then as the undead approaches his main or TP's in, you TP out, try and get that economic advantage, then you run, you take this red, and then you try and push his expansion. So, from a strategic point of view, I think that was a really poor decision from Neutron. But his DH is back in the fight at full life, and he's still fighting this. He is still fighting this.
Yeah, Lich's gonna get mana burns. Death Knight doesn't quite have the mana for a Death Coil. But Invuln was transferred there. And that demon's still taking a beating.
Yeah, the idea with
fighting
this
was just units for the most part.
That Demon Hunter is doing, as I mentioned earlier, 50% of the Night Elf damage. So anytime that Demon Hunter runs in range of the army, you're focusing it. That Demon Hunter is your #1 target. And then you keep web those units, back up, focus the Demon Hunter. Rinse and repeat until the Demon Hunter's low and he's not able to take the fight anymore. Which is exactly what SyDe did. SyDe played that really.
And now he's mixing in a lot of fairy dragons.
Forces are under attack.
Wow, really? The Creepjack here? There's no Invuln on the demon. Oh, it steals the creep.
Oh, he runs back for the.
Oh, the
Oh,
trainer.
and the Shredder goes down. Oh, and he calls GG there.
That's it.
You know,